JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Football, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Who doesn't like the story of an underdog? The one that gets overlooked, doubted, and even counted out. Despite some tough chapters, they don't back down. They rise to the occasion and defy the odds. This season, 2 teams have played that role perfectly. And tonight, they meet in the regular season finale with their stories far from finished. The South Fayette Lions, led by a new face determined to finish on a high note, wanting to continue their winning tradition. The Moon Tigers, eyeing a playoff spot, knowing that anything can happen in November when you get there. Tonight is another chance to rise above the doubters, to write the ending no one expected. Because the thing about underdogs, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. It's South Fayette, it's Moon. Chapter 9 to this underdog story begins next.
It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. We're in Moon Township tonight for the regular season finale as the South Fayette Lions take on the Moon Area Tigers. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside Johnny Patrician. Regular season finale between the Tigers and the Lions. 35 teams enter tonight, knowing they've punched their ticket into the postseason. After tonight, that number will swell to 49, but there are 16 teams that will have to wait until tomorrow to find out if they will be playing next week. 2 of them are here with us tonight, JP.
You know, it's senior night tonight here, Matt, and it's win or play basketball season. Both these teams will sleep better tonight, knowing if they get in tomorrow.
There's no question about it. The South Fayette Lions and Tigers have had interesting chapters, a roller coaster ride, but it's all going to come down between the White Lions here tonight. So let's get out our shopping cart and let's take a look at the Giant Eagles players to watch, and we'll start with the South Fayette Lions and their quarterback, Drew Wahorski.
Everything for the Lions starts and ends with Wahorski. So far this year, he's 133 of 153, which is a crazy efficiency. 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns through the air, 801 yards and 11 touchdowns on the ground. He's the do-it-all player for South Fayette, and if they're going to go deep in the playoffs, it's because of him.
Yeah, he is 12th all-time in the WPI this season in yards coming into tonight. All right, for the Moon Area Tigers, we're talking about Paul Bronaugh, the do-it-all back that loved the spotlight last time we saw him against Upper St. Clair last year.
Well, they say the best players come out in the biggest moments, and that's what he did last year, and Moon is going to need it from him again this year. His stats aren't anything to wow you, but he is part of a running back group that gets it done by committee. He averages 7 yards a carry, almost 400 yards on the year, and 4 touchdowns, but he is their bell cow back to get it done in the big games like tonight.
All right, JP, this is a big one, and that means big-time game changers presented to you by St. Vincent College. JP, how do you get a win here tonight?
Most importantly, it comes down to which South Fayette offense shows up. In their first 6 games, which they won the first 6 games of the year, they averaged 28 points a game. In their last 3 games, which they lost all 3, they only averaged 8 points a game. So what's that drop-off? Whatever it is, they need to fix it tonight. Secondly, finishing strong. It's the last regular season game. This is about pride, momentum going into the playoffs. You want to finish the regular season on a high note. Do you want to limp into the playoffs or do you want to sprint? And both teams are coming off losses, so they want to bounce back this week. And lastly, it's all about controlling your own destiny. Own your fate. You don't want to depend on help from other teams. You want to get into the playoffs because of your doing.
So the stage is set for the regular season finale. Playoff implications on the line. It's senior night here in Moon Township. Will it be the roar of the South Fayette Lions or the eye of the Moon Tigers? Who will have access to Acrisure? Find out when we kick it off. Kickoff coming up next on KDKA+.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
to UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons,
primary care sports medicine physicians,
board-certified physical therapists,
a comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion,
nutrition,
athletic training,
sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. We deliver that right to you.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
You better be ready because here we go. The regular season finale between the Moon Tigers and the South Fayette Lions. Moments away from kickoff. Let's go down to the third member of our crew. It is Susie Cole. Susie.
Playoff implications. 2 words that the Moon Area Tigers and South Fayette Lions know all too well headed into tonight's game. Moon with a chance to fill a blank space in the 5A postseason puzzle. South Fayette seeing red as a win over Moon would be a boost of confidence headed into November. Moon head coach Ryan Lynn saying that his Tigers can't play delicate against a very creative offense for South Fayette tonight. They need to come out in line and ready to go. South Fayette head coach Marty Spieler saying that these 2 teams have a reputation for playing disciplined defense. So Spieler wants his Lions to come out and get a little chaotic tonight. It's the end game to the 2024 regular season for high school football in Western PA. Matt and JP, are you ready for it?
I think we are, and there is some undertone to that, Susie, that we will dive into throughout the broadcast, but certainly Swifties got to stay locked in. All right, let's take a look at the road to this regular season finale between these 2 teams as South Fayette and Moon square off. South Fayette 6-3 overall, and you see 3 losses in a row. The last 3, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, and Bethel. Those are those conference losses.
And Matt, I want to talk about what we did pregame. South Fayette averaged 28 points a game in their first 6 weeks, which were all wins. And in their last 3 losses, they only averaged 8 points a game. So whatever their drop-off was, they got to find it out before the playoffs and fix it.
It could possibly be quality of opponent. As you take a look at Moon, they have a similar story. They lost to the same 3 teams, Bethel Park, Peters Township, and Upper St. Clair. They also lost to Penn Trafford in a close one out there. Well-coached ball club with John Ruane and the Warriors. But in one game, the Montour game was postponed. So that's why they come in with that 500 4-4 record here tonight. Moon will kick it away to the South Fayette offense. It's time for the shell kickoff. Shell kickoff bringing you the opening kick all throughout the season. Evan Zenkovic has it teed up for the Tigers. Junior has it on a tee, South Fayette. That offense that JP was talking about, we'll get a first look at it as week 9 of the WPIL regular season on our Steelers High School Showcase underway. And this one fielded from the goal line and across the 15, 20, and shrugs off some defenders across the 25-yard line. On the return for South Fayette was Aiden Martinick, and he brings it across for the Lions, and they set up shop offensively. And we talked about quarterback Drew Warhorski, 133 of 153, 13 passing touchdowns for 1,571 yards, 11 rushing touchdowns. Also has rushed for 800 yards, JP. He is their leading rusher as well. Everything flows through the quarterback position for the Lions.
Yeah, he does it all, and that's what you love about high school football is you have guys that carry the load. They're leading rusher and passer, and they're going to need it both tonight.
Back to pass. Looking here to the near side. Warhorski looks near side, got his man on the near sideline. And the rule incomplete. Ray Schuler, the intended receiver, incomplete. And you know what? Ryan Lynn for Moon says that their secondary is one of their strong points and they're healthy at the position.
Well, they're going to be tested tonight. You could see Warhorski's ability to throw on the run there. Even though it was incomplete, still an impressive throw.
Braden Stewart was in coverage. Second down and 10. Ball rests at the 28-yard line for the Lions. Warhorski. And there's some movement. And our first time we'll check in with the officials tonight. False start penalty against the Lions. First penalty of the night. Marches him back 5, makes it second down at 15. Now back at the 23.
You know, Matt, although it's the last regular season game, both teams know what's on the line tonight. There might be some pregame jitters here.
See Travis Lindsay at the linebacker position for the Tigers as Warhorski will keep and go right up the middle and get a couple before he runs in to 44 in red, and that is Ray Culligan, the junior. Ryan Culligan, the junior, makes the stop for the Tigers after a minimal pickup.
And you see the smoke and mirrors that South Fayette's using, just different ways to dress a Drew Warhorski run there. Quite simple, but they run the jet motion just to get some distractions in the backfield.
3rd and 15 for the South Fayette Lions. Back to pass Warhorski with some pressure, trying to dump it off. Screen pass was set up, but what a job there by the Tiger defense, sniffing it out, being able to shred a blocker and plant him to the turf. That is Jacob Dianello on the tackle for the Tigers, and a big one there.
And Moon is lucky that he made that play here. Look, watch him take on 2 blockers, and he's the only one home.
4th down for South Fayette. Brings out Jude Witek, the punter. Couple bounces. Thinks about making a right-hand turn out of bounds, and it does. So Moon Tiger defense holds down. Let's see how their offense does when we come back. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week here on KDK Plus. Tigers touch the football when we return.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
And we welcome you back to Moon. Moon Tigers offense takes the field, led by quarterback Andrew Cross. Cross 4 touchdowns, 397 yards, 11 tosses there for the Tigers coming into tonight as he'll roll out with some pressure, looks to the near side, evades one, throws back across his body and got a receiver, but it is incomplete. And really a nice job to get away from that would-be sack to even get it away. It'll be second down at 10 after the incomplete pass.
Great escapability there. He did the rule that all quarterbacks are supposed to follow, which is never throw back across your body, but he got away with it there.
Cross 811 yards coming in, 55 of 111 in the completions department, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. They don't pass the ball a whole lot. They love that multiple running back out of that wing T formation. That's C.J. Lindsey getting the carry there. Plunges to the 35-yard line before being tripped up. Take another look at it on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
Yeah, Matt, you hit the nail on the head. It's really a job done by committee in the backfield for Moon.
It's a misdirection, and something that will be interesting is both of these defense pretty much run the same system defensively. It's kind of going up against a mirror in each other as they go off the left side. This time, it's Travis Lindsey.
Well, for tonight, South Fayette's defensive discipline will be tested. Their eye discipline, they got to read their keys. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors for Moon. Misdirection, like you said. You're never quite sure who has the ball. That's why you got to read your keys and just do your job.
Gets to the 40-yard line. 4th down. Tigers in an offensive formation will cross. Think about Pooch kicking this. No one back for South Fayette. He does take a couple steps backwards, and there it is.
Our first look of the game, Matt.
See what Cross can do punt-wise as this one takes a South Fayette bounce to the 25-yard line. And that's where South Fayette offensively back with the football after locking down the Tiger offense, their first offensive possession. Take a look at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette 5A Power Rankings. Upper St. Clair checking in at number 1. They are unblemished. Pine Richland at 7-1. Bethel Park, same goes. And you're getting a theme here with 8-1 Peters Township. Woodland Hills hasn't lost to a 5A team yet. They lost to Central Catholic right here on the Steelers Showcase in Susquehanna Township in their season opener. But Woody High quietly doing their thing in 5A right now.
Yeah, but for the playoffs, they're going to be without their quarterback, Matt, which changes everything.
No doubt about it.
Almost like the Florida State situation last year.
Yes. Walls out. And that will certainly make things different after South Fayette picks up 2 on first down on a first-time carry for Salas Aiken. Second down, 8. They hand it off, and it goes nowhere. Aiken brought down to the backfield. Nicholas Clemens.
Not sure if that. Sorry, Matt, didn't mean to cut you off there. Not sure if that was a design run by South Fayette or not. Out of the empty set, they thought about running the only possible run play, which is quarterback draw, but Moon was all over it.
I mean, basically, Jaworski's an additional running back with his running capabilities. Now they bring Aiken back with him. It's 3rd down, 10, and a flag comes flying in. And this one might be against the Tigers here. Looks like an encroachment penalty. Make this a more interesting third down, 3rd and 5 now for the Lions.
Goes from a 3rd and long to a 3rd and manageable. That makes this a lot easier for South Fayette. Now they can run their bread and butter plays and not plays that necessarily have to go past 10 yards. They're deep, more intermediate routes.
Jaworski and the offense for South Fayette look to that far sideline. First-year head coach Marty Spieler leading the Lions, took over for Joe Rossi. A nice spin move there to buy separation, but help arrives for the Tiger defense. And they say they have shut it down. They say they have the football, and they do. The Tigers come out of the pile with the football.
Well, Matt, in a game that should be a close game by 2 evenly matched teams, turnovers is going to make the difference. And Moon's defense gets the start on that. This should be a kickstart for Moon's offense, getting the ball in opponent's territory.
Dianello on the fumble recovery, and the Tigers get great field position. You said it, JP. Can Moon take advantage of it? 1st down and 10 operating from the 30.
And with Moon's run-heavy offense, it is adamant that they get a lead.
Andrew Cross in a opportunity here as he goes under center. Dylan Mineski is the center for the Tigers. They hand it off. C.J. Lindsey. Lindsey slips a tackle, and he's down to the 25-yard line where he's knocked down there. Then Kavanaugh comes up to make the stop. But Kavanaugh shook him off, and it is now 2nd down. They pick up 5.
Nice run there by Lindsey. Steps out of a few ankle tackles. And he's just one guy away from 6.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the 25. Near side hash for the Tigers. Partial flip of the formation. Go off the left side now. It's Lindsey. And Lindsey can't get the corner. Gets a yard no further.
So far, Moon is trying to utilize their speed on the perimeter, outside zone, jet sweep, power sweep. They must like what they see out there.
You know, how much does that speak to the physical nature of what the defensive backs have to be in an offense that's run like this? This isn't your pass-happy offense where they need to come up and lay licks. A lot of times in high school football, you're not used to that.
Correct. If you're an island corner, you pride yourself on pass coverage, this is not your favorite type of game. Guys like Deion Sanders, you are a necessity tonight in run stopping.
3rd down, 4. They go up the middle, and it's going to be shy of the line to gain as, again, they go to the ground, and this time Caden Colvanish gets the carry.
They're going hurry up here.
4th down and 1. Tigers go look here to the near sideline. Cross getting instructions.
Both linebackers double mugged. That means both linebackers in their respective A-gaps. So you can't run a quarterback sneak.
Play clock down to 11, and then some confusion in South Fayette. Stacks the line here and comes out of the pile with the football. They'll blow the play dead, but they will say South Fayette holds and slams the door shut of the Tiger offense. And another big-time stop early in this game. The defenses have come to play, and our Steelers showcase. Cross denied on the QB tush push. It was a push backwards from the Lions. They'll get the football when we come back on KDK+.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The Build. What is it that drives us to follow our dreams? to build them from scratch, from the heart. For us, it's the same ideals of hard work, craftsmanship, and unity that define our great nation. It begins with trusting in yourself and having a team behind you that believes any dream is possible, and that every project is a vision of what can be, of who you are, and the future that you continue to build. From our family to yours, 84 Lumber, where quality and pride come together, one dream at a time.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up, and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine, by GBU Life, by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, by Giant Eagle, grocery shopping made easy. Looks like everybody in Moon Township's here tonight for senior night. William Ripshear Field at Tiger Stadium. South Fayette, though, the offense back out of the field. 5 minutes to play, opening quarter. Wahorski back to work, and they go spread formation, jet motion. Keeping is Wahorski, and he can't shrug off one, and help arrives. No gain of the play. Tiger defense flying around right now.
Both defenses are showing up so far tonight, Matt. And South Fayette answered the bell by putting the fire out. Unexpected fumble by their offense. Moon gets the ball back, and South Fayette's defense gets it right back for their offense.
Culligan, first one on the scene for the Tigers. Second down, 10 from the 21. Wahorski, a sidecar to his right. Pressure comes. He'll throw it, lob it here to the near side, and it is incomplete. A bit overcooked on that one, incomplete. South Fayette can't hook up. Sidholm, the intended receiver, and it will be third down for South Fayette.
Matt, last drive you talked about the ability of Moon's DBs, and so far they are showing out. South Fayette is getting exactly what they want. They're getting man coverage almost every play. They just need to win.
That was Braden Stewart in the hip pocket of Sidholm. Third down for the Lions. Empty set for Wahorski, and he'll go back to pass. Wahorski looking to the right side. Throwing downfield and into traffic. It's incomplete. Fourth down, and man, defensive stalemate to this point.
Clearly, Moon's coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their DBs. They're allowing them to go on an island every rep. They just believe their DBs are better than South Fayette's wide receivers.
One of them, I feel like you're insinuating something, JP. One of them is Jaden Rivas. Yes, the son of Darrell Rivas.
Sounds familiar.
Yes. Kept saying island. I had to go there. Fourth down, punt unit out.
He's the originator of the island.
Yeah, no doubt. Witek, short punt. Ricochets, and now it rolls to the 33-yard line. Tigers take over there with 4:01 to play on our opening frame. And Tigers 4-4 overall, 1-3 in the conference. South Fayette 6-3 overall, 1-3 in the conference. As we take a look at the 5A Allegheny 6 conference standings, St. Clair, they're conference champs. They're playing Baldwin tonight. Tune-up game for the playoffs. They're going to have a bye week next week. Probably the overall first seed in 5A. Bethel Park and Peters Township, they play tonight. Winner gets 2 in the conference. Loser gets 3, likely in the top 5. Loser's probably going to get the 5th seed. Winner probably the 2 or the 3. South Fayette is at 4, and Moon right there nipping at the heels. Ryan Lynn told me that he feels like tonight is a must-win game, that he doesn't know that they could get in if they fall short here tonight. And Moon hooks up, biggest play of the night, as Cross fires a dart to Lindsay. And Lindsay moves the sticks. It's a first down And a first down brought to you by our friends at Kelly Automotive. 22 yards of the passing catch.
Is that the first down of the game?
I think it is. It sure is. Jamie Usual confirms it.
Well,
must be true.
Well, Ryan Lynn is definitely not wrong. This is a must-win for his team. I mean, they got to get into the playoffs, and they want to have momentum going into the playoffs. You don't want to limp in and depend on another team to get you in.
Sure. First and 10 from the 45 of South Fayette. Cross under center. Wing T offense. First. This time Kovanish gets the carry, and he gets a Tiger first down as he trots across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Fresh set of downs, back-to-back first downs for the Tigers.
You know, I love the variety so far in this offense. They go shotgun, under center, wing T. They can switch it up. Some teams that run wing T, they are just strictly wing T. Like McKeesport, they don't get out of the wing T.
Sure.
Moon here, they're willing to switch it up a little bit.
And I think that also has to go with knowing what you have. I mean, you know, you're not a college program where you're recruiting for your system. You kind of need to adapt your system to the personnel that you have. That's high school football.
These teams don't recruit?
Not touching it. Back to pass, Cross steps up, gonna take off with it. Cross using his legs, and he'll go for another first down. The Tigers move the sticks again.
Wow, Matt. How the tables turn. South Fayette had him in their grasps in the backfield. He escapes and converts a first down. Tucks the ball away at the last second. Switches the ball, uses his blocker, and gets out of bounds.
After a 14-yard gain. First and 10 from the 20 now. Moon adjusts the formation. Back to pass. Cross throws a lob pass into the end zone, in and out of the hands. They had it executed to perfection, but Nicholas Clemens could not haul in the pass. That would have broken the deadlock. Instead, incomplete, and it will be second down.
Would have loved to see a little bit more zip on that ball. If you're Moon, that pass concept should not work against South Fayette's defense there. They had a man-free safety in the middle of the field. It should have been intercepted, but Moon's lucky they got away with that one.
Second down, 10. Knocking on the red zone here. Go back to the near side here, the little misdirection that's going to get 2 yards out of it. As they go to C.J. Lindsey, the senior, 5'9", 171.
That's like the wing T's version of a reverse, Matt.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Away from the play, meanwhile.
That's a takedown, 2 points. And whoever doesn't win tonight, they might need more practice of that with wrestling season coming up.
Yeah, that's, oh, goodness. Third down, 8 from the 18.
Takedown on the wrestling mat should be a holding call on the football field.
Delay draw play. They give it to Kovanish. Kovanish into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. 18 yards. Tigers on the board first.
Moon gets South Fayette falling asleep at the wheel with counter here. They run power, they run sweep, then they get counter, and it works perfectly.
Our flag down. Is this going to come back? Yes, it is.
All
holding
for naught.
call. Man, I didn't even see the flag thrown. Take another look.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
No.
Almost like a Statue of Liberty play right there.
Tigers had it, but instead.
Reminiscent of Boise State Fiesta Bowl versus Oklahoma. Ian Johnson.
And then the proposal at the end there, right?
Yep.
1:35 to play first quarter. Tigers now a third down. Cross rolling with trouble. He rolls, throws, back against his body, and incomplete. Skips it short. Closest man to the football was Clemens. It'll be 4th down for Moon.
Cross definitely has confidence in his arm. He's not afraid to throw back across his body. I heard Tom Brady this week talking about Patrick Mahomes doing that and saying how Bill Belichick would be furious.
I heard that too.
But hey, if it works, it works.
Sankovic on to attempt the field goal here, and it is no good. So we stay scoreless. Moon, South Fayette, bubble teams in Whitfield Madness. Come back with us in Moon Township tonight.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
My patients and I grew up together. I love watching my patients when they retire, starting when they're 61, 62. 2 years left, doc. I got 2 years left, doc, and then I'm good. Then they deserve a retirement. And Medicare Advantage is for that.
I think we also want choice. Whether you are home or traveling, our plans give you access to a large network of doctors and hospitals, including UPMC. That's peace of mind.
You can't get better than that.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
This is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. We have up to $1,250 in bonus conquest cash if you own almost any kind of vehicle in your household, and all applicable incentives. Go to budbearmazda.com and get all the details.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Moon in South Fayette. Steelers High School Football Showcase Game of the Week with Johnny Patrician. Susie Cool down on the sidelines. Matt Fargo here with you. Walhorski goes to his right. And great containment along the edge there from the Tiger defense. Nothing available for Drew.
So far, Matt, everybody on Moon's defense is keying on Walhorski. South Fayette has to get somebody else into the game. Somebody else, you know, interested in making a catch or a run to take some attention off Walhorski.
Second down at 10. Handoff right up the middle, and you said it, they were keying on Walhorski. Well, instead, Silas Aiken, he kept the football, and he picks up 17 yards and a South Fayette first down.
Right on cue. Sometimes when you have such a productive player like Walhorski, you can use him as a decoy, just like they did there.
Kelly Automotive brings you this first down. Quick to the line. Walhorski will keep this time, and he'll be leveled on the play. Braden Stewart.
Leading candidate for hit of the night, and I don't think anything's going to beat that.
They go no huddle. Quick to the line they were here as South Fayette adjusts. Rolling is Walhorski, and just gives that pass short. He had his receiver out there and found the soft spot in the zone, but wasn't able to hook up. Goes incomplete, third down.
He had his man, Matt. With a rollout like that, you can really only get a flood concept, and that's exactly what South Fayette did. He was open. I think Will Horsky wishes he could have that one back.
Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Horsky comes in 12th in the WPIL in passing yards this season.
South Fayette always has a good quarterback.
Christian Brumbaugh just inducted into the South Fayette Hall of Fame. One of the all-time great passers in the WPIAL. Friend of the program.
Yep.
3rd down and 7. Horsky just dumping it off to Aiken. Aiken avoids one. Stop and go move by separation, and he picks up a South Fayette first down to the midfield stripe.
That was a prime opportunity for a TFL there by the corner at Moon. If you're a corner and your receiver goes flat down the line to block somebody in the box, it's called crack and replace. You have to trigger immediately.
Miles Turner had a chance at the tackle. Instead, Aiken was able to avoid him and pick up the first down. South Fayette offense showing signs of life for the first time. Little Green Machine marching band getting into it. Sidecar to the right as Horsky goes back to pass. Looks here down the near numbers. There's contested football there is incomplete. Good coverage with no flag. Miles Turner in the hip pocket of the intended receiver, Ben Cavanaugh.
Miles Turner makes up for the missed tackle last play. South Fayette got what they wanted. They got man coverage. Cover one. High safety over the top middle of the field. Horsky goes backside to the boundary to the one-on-one.
That's going to take us to the end of quarter number 1. Here from Moon Township and the regular season finale. Moon, South Fayette scoreless after 1. Let's play 12 more when we come back on KDK Plus.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her, a new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Welcome back, everybody, to KDK Plus. In Moon Township, the Moon Tigers and South Fayette Lions are tied at 0 apiece headed into the second quarter. I'm Susie Cole, and right now I'm so lucky to be joined by Steelers running back Jalen Warren. Jalen, let's kick this off. I love asking everybody this. Impressions of the Friday night lights in the Berg.
It's nice. You know, the only time I really get to go to a high school game is like my bye week when I go back to Utah. Okay. But it's like my high school, so it's kind of, you know, you know, it's different. So being on the sideline over here, it just brings back memories of when I used to be, you know, walking out with the captains, being on the sideline with that many people on the sideline. We don't get that many players to stay on the sideline in the league, so it just brings back a lot of memories from when I was playing, you know, Friday Night Lights.
You talk about those memories a lot. If you can have one memory come to mind, your most fond memory from high school, what would it be?
See, our high school, we were tough, so it's just like, you know, we stopped playing like around in the second half. So just being on the sidelines with my boys second half, just, you know, pumping the younger ones up, you know, the sophomores, the freshmen, they usually get in the game. So, you know, just having fun, with it.
You got to take part in the T-shirt toss, walk around the stadium here in Moon a little bit. But if you had to go to the concession stand, what is your go-to concession stand snack?
Nachos.
Nachos.
Or churro.
A churro? I don't know if they have those here. You're going to have to go and check that out. Yeah.
Nachos for sure.
Okay, Jalen, if you had to give these kids today a piece of advice to make it to the NFL like you, what would it be?
Don't let anything discourage you and don't give up. And it's going to be a bumpy road. And when it get hard, that's when you just go harder. So.
Thank you so much for joining me here tonight, Jalen, Matt, and JP. That's Steelers running back Jalen Warren. We're back up to you guys.
Susie, thank you. And thanks to Jalen Warren in the house tonight. Another big win last week against the Jets. Monday Night Football, Steelers-Giants at Acrisure Stadium. More primetime football. Back to our primetime football. South Fayette forced to punt the football. More great defense by Moon. And it is down at the 31-yard line, so that's where the Moon offense will get things working here. And you know, this, you said it during the break to me, JP, that this has been a chess match, and it's really a feeling out process where neither team wants to make the first mistake because the stakes are so high tonight.
Yeah, South Fayette made an early one. Luckily for them, their defense was able to cover up for them, but you're right, this is a chess match. Both teams are really not showing their full hand yet. You can tell they have some trick plays in their back pocket.
Moon goes back to work, first and 10 from the 31-yard line. Cross turns around and hands it off, and he will push forward for maybe a yard where finally forward progress stops. First handoff for Paul Brona. We saw what he can do in that big burst ability. This time only stacked up for one.
You know, Matt, not to change the subject here, obviously it's great to see Jalen Warren back on the field. You know, credit to him, undrafted guy. I didn't know he was from Utah. I think I might be biased here, but Western PA football is a little bit more competitive than Utah. He might be the only guy in the league from Utah.
I think we need to fact check that one. Second down and 9 from the 32. Off the right side, it's Brona. Paul Brona, talked about, leads the team in rushing touchdowns and gets pulled down about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. It's going to be third down for Moon. And Moon's had a roller coaster seasons, plural. 2021, they go to the WPL Championship. That was the first time since 1998 they went. Then in 2022, they went 1-9, 1-4 in the Allegheny Six Conference. Before last season, they go 500, 6-6, and they go all the way to the Whitfield semifinals, losing to eventual champion Peters Township. It's been kind of an up and down go of it for the Tigers as Brona picks up the first down, a Kelly Automotive first down.
Yes, it has been up and down, Matt, but you hope their success in the playoffs last year isn't allowing them to be complacent in the regular season this year. They know they're still in it. They know they're not out of the race yet, but you can't just turn it on and off when you want. You need to be hot at the right time, and that's what Moon was last year.
It kind of is interesting because they started the season in a slump, lost the first 3 games of the season. Then they went to Penn Hills and beat the Indians in what was a surprising upset, and that kind of started the belief system back for Ryan Lynn's club that wants to get back to the title game. This time it goes off the left side, Braden Stewart. And Stewart across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
But what I love about this Moon team, Matt, is that they're not superstar dominated. You know, it's done by committee. We talked about they have a ton of different ball carriers contributing to their success. And I think that really, you know, creates a challenge for opposing defenses. You never know who's going to get the ball.
Second down and 4 from the 47. Cross. This one blows dead. Pre-snap penalty, a false start coming against the Tigers. Moves him back to the 42-yard line. It's going to be second down and 9.
They shot themselves in the foot there. They had good rhythm, good momentum so far in this drive. And with this offense, you know, the wing tee, all their sweeps and misdirection, their momentum and pace is very important to them.
Second down 9 from the 42. Cross back to pass. Steps up into the pocket, has some open space to run, and he'll take off and run with it for the first down to the 45-yard line. Give him the 44. A Tiger first down. Kelly Automotive brings you the first down.
Great creativity by him there. He sees the open lane. Doesn't need to wait for a receiver to come open. Just go run, get the first down, and erase that false start penalty to play before.
Give him 15 on the run. Talking about head coach for the Tigers, Ryan Lynn, in his 8th season, 10th with the program. Southside Beaver graduate, attended Penn State Beaver in Slippery Rock where he played baseball. He was the offensive coordinator for 2 years prior to taking over as the head coach. He was an assistant coach in 2013 to 14 under Bob Palco at West Allegheny. As Bronaugh gets the carry, and both of these head coaches, JP, were assistants under Bob Palco. Marty Spieler on South Fayette side was an assistant at Mount Lebanon for Bob Palco in their state championships team. So the Bob Palco coaching tree continues to bloom.
You know, you think probably in Whippeal, around the Whippeal, there's 3 or 4 coaching trees that are significant, and that's one of the better ones for sure.
George Nogvac comes to mind.
Art Walker.
Art Walker, another one.
Render.
Yeah.
So when did he make the switch from baseball to football? Does he coach baseball too?
He coached softball. He did coach softball here at Moon. Has since given that up, but was the head softball coach for a number of years.
That's interesting that, you know, he played a different sport in college.
That's a good point. He was the offensive coordinator at Freedom from 2010 to 2012. Gives a lot of credit to Bob Palco and Marty in his first year at South Fayette, I mentioned. First year as a head coach as well. Was not a head coach before, but he's also has a lot of college coaching experiences. Coached at Allegheny, Buffalo, Florida A&M, and Missouri State before becoming Lebo's OC. Keeping his cross. Now he flips it out on the option, and getting shoved out of bounds is Lindsay with a flag down. And there might be a couple. We'll leave it to the Zebras to sort this one out. But as they do that, finishing the thought on Marty Spieler, one of Spieler's first stops as a coach was a grad assistant position at Cincinnati under Coach Brian Kelly at the time. And when he was the grad assistant, future NFL stars Jason and Travis Kelce were on the Bearcats roster. And in talking with Marty, he was in those meeting rooms where they were moving Travis from quarterback to tight end, a move that worked out pretty good.
Yep, yeah, I'm sure he was resistant because, you know, nobody wants to switch positions from quarterback because that means you're not the guy. But I think it's safe to say it worked out well for him monetarily and career-wise.
And Marty Spieler wants me to put this out to the public. He cannot reach Taylor Swift. It's not possible. But he did, in fact, give up that he and his daughters and the family are Swifties, though.
Okay, so I'm sure. Seems like everybody is nowadays.
It does seem that way. And Susie has more on that, Suze.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, South Fayette head coach Marty Spieler has had quite the resume, and in his time at Cincinnati, like you mentioned, he came across the Kelsey brothers, and he admitted that he is a Swiftie. So he does like her performances, he does like her songs, but mostly because of his two daughters, 9-year-old and 12-year-old Riley and Kinsley. He said he's a huge fan, and I even had a chance to meet them before the game. They are super cute and just love Taylor Swift.
And on cue, a Tiger touchdown. Cross tosses the touchdown pass to Saverio Vendetti.
That was a scripted play by Moon. They knew they wanted to do that, and it worked. Nice little throwback pass. They had that one planned all week, and they got the look they wanted, and it counts for 6.
Vendetti makes the catch. 37 yards for the Tiger touchdown.
Takes the lid off of this game. Really their second touchdown. The first one got called back, Matt. But Moon is showing extreme efficiency so far on offense.
Senkovic extra point. Through the poles and good. 6:59 to play in quarter number 2. Tigers on the board first over the South Fayette Lions. The Steelers High School Showcase rolls on KDKA+.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
College isn't for everyone, but from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better.
PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training.
Join the team
and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members.
Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
I'm Albert Lynn. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. And that is really what sets UPMC apart.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Macero Construction, by Herc Rentals, by Kelly Automotive, by LaRoche University. Be your authentic self. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week in Moon Township here tonight. Cat fight on a Friday night. Tigers and Lions. Yardage differential in the Tigers' favor, 140-32 right now.
You know, Matt, you might know this. I love asking you trivia questions. So, Moon, why is their mascot a tiger? Why aren't they like that astronauts or something?
Yeah, you know, as this return
or the
across
Rockets.
the 25 to the 30, you know, and even being close here, I'm going to let you break this play down before I answer your question.
1 second, Matt. I'm going to spotlight my guy here, Saverio Vendetti. Play it. We're going to follow him. Starts on the field side. Oh, it's tracking the wrong guy. Throwback pass. Acts like he's going on an under route. The defense falls asleep at the wheel in a cover 3 defense. The corner is looking in the backfield and sees it too late to catch up. My apologies for circling the wrong guy. My fingers are too big.
First down and 10. Well, Horsky throwing near side into the flat. Balls comes loose. They say incomplete pass. That was a great separator from the defensive back. Separating receiver from football. Incomplete. And guess who lays the lick there? Jaden Revis.
Rollout, flood concept. I think he's seen that once or twice in film this week. And almost throws the alley-oop to his teammate. Would have loved to see that get scooped off the turf there. Give Revis the assist.
Second down and 10 from the 32. And while Horsky runs into his own man, and then help arrives there defensively for Moon, C.J. Lindsey on the tackle. It's third down.
You know, Matt, we talked about South Fayette's offensive production the last 3 weeks. They've been struggling. They've been in a rut after averaging almost 30 points a game the first month and a half of the season. They need to get out of this funk and get back into this game and get in a groove before it gets out of their hands.
3rd and 8 from the 34. Well, Horsky operates with some pressure. He rolls, tosses it down the near sideline, and that is going to be a roll to catch. Ray Schuler hauls in the pass, and it's a first down. At Kelly Automotive, first down. That picks up 11.
Matt, with the ball on the far hash in a 3-by-1 situation to the field, 90% of the time you're going to get a rollout flood concept, and that's exactly what South Fayette did there. That's their favorite play.
First and 10, play action. Pump fake the screen, now rolls near side, and he gets kind of high and low there. Brought down quickly. Lindsey gets credit along with Clemens. Will be second down and 10, but they were looking to take a shot there, and it wasn't available.
Yeah, they were. Max protection there. He had some time. Didn't like the way it felt. Tried to rely on his legs and might have picked up half a yard.
Yeah, officially give him the 46. Scoreboard operators not as generous as we are. Screen pass set up and tried to go with the tunnel screen to the receiver, and it's not there. Ben Cavanaugh, the intended receiver. Revis in the pocket.
Matt, you've mentioned Lindsey's name a couple times for Moon's defense. He's their leading tackler, and he wears that C on his chest, which in high school football, that's rare. Must have good funding here at Moon.
For somebody who knows how to sew, which you should give them a call. Well, Horsky, some pressure. Flag comes flying in. Throws down to the far sideline. Got a man. They roll it a completed pass, and a flag is down back at the line of scrimmage, and the Tigers are clapping in approval. I don't think that's good news for the people wearing green.
And white.
And white.
I think Moon's lucky here. Missed opportunity, missed the sack. Well, Horsky makes a great throw on the run between two defenders.
Man, his
fits it in the window there. I think the ball came out anyways.
That's a ball don't lie situation there.
Yeah, they were going to have to send it to New York to get the replay.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know, Jim.
3rd and 20 after the call. Hold moves them back. Trips go to the top of your screen. Horsky tries to set up the screen. A one-handed catch there by Aiken, and Aiken has a convoy, and he picks up a lot of this lost yardage. It's going to be 4th down and 2 after a very impressive screenplay executed to perfection, just 2 yards shy of the line to gain.
That's best case scenario for South Fayette. You know, you run a screen on 3rd and long, it's almost like a pre-punt, a safe play. You might get some yardage on it, but something you're confident you won't turn the ball over in.
So they go for it on 4th down and 2 from the 47. Timeout asked for and granted. Marty Spieler wanted to talk things over. And we'll take a timeout as well. Time to pay some bills on KDKA Plus. Steelers Showcase rolls on after this.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GB Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBO Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GBO Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, by the Waterfront, by Two Men and a Junk Truck Pittsburgh, by Panera Bread. High above Tiger Stadium tonight, aerial coverage brought to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Just got to watch out for the planes here close to Pittsburgh International. 4th down for South Fayette after the Spieler called timeout. Lions to go for it here on 4th and 2 from the 47, but while Horsky's backing up like he's going to pooch punt this, and he is. So this punt is going to take a roll and a South Fayette bounce and a beautifully executed pooch punt by Drew Horsky of the South Fayette offense as they pin the Tiger offense inside their own 5.
Couldn't have executed that any better, Matt. That's exactly what South Fayette's coaching staff wanted with the pooch punt there. Great field position to start this drive for their defense.
Take a look at the WPL Insider Top 25 this week. Carlos Zofko, the Whippio Insider himself. Congratulations. Getting married tomorrow. So Whippio Insider closed for the weekend, but still gave us his top 25. St. Clair at 1. Bethel moves up from 3 to 2. And Peters drops down 1. And then, of course, those two teams playing each other tonight. In that Allegheny 6, you see Moon checking in at 20 just behind South Fayette as they push the pile. Forward progress. I don't think they're going to give them forward progress. They're going to give them a loss of 1 on that first down carry. Second down at 11 as we take another look. UPMC Sports Medicine instant replay.
That first play, Matt, for Moon is really just trying to buy some real estate for their offense to work. You know, they're backed up right in their end zone. They don't want to be punting out of the back of their end zone here.
Hillebrand got the tackle on that last one as they go back onto the ground game. This time they go to the 10-yard line. Will vanish. Will bring up third down as the clock nears the end of the first half. And keep in mind, Shell Halftime Show with Susie Cool coming up at the break.
What a view there. Offensive line coaches all across the Whippio will love that play. That was drawn up and executed perfectly.
Third down 5. And they picked it up first down, up and more down the far sideline. Finally pulled down, and Caden Koldanish goes 22 yards for a Tiger first down.
They need to get him the ball more often. Anybody wearing number 0 is a player. Agent 0. Tightrope the sideline. Breaks a few arm tackles. Strong run by number 0.
Goes to the left side picks up 4. Steady dose of 0 here.
Yeah, the one thing if you look in the stat book for Moon, the carries are evenly spread out across 3 or 4 guys. You know, I think they're going to go with whoever gets the hot hand tonight and continually feed him. But it keeps the defense on their toes by switching it around, involving many guys in the game plan.
Cross pitches. They go back to Cross. Little flea flicker action. And nothing available. Throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. South Fayette stays at home. Stays disciplined and not tricked as Ryan Lynn goes into the bag of tricks there.
Surprised we didn't get a pun out of you there, Matt. Cross pitches, back to Cross. Opportunity for many there.
You know, I don't like to be too predictable.
Oh, you're not. Any viewers from week to week know that.
3rd down and 6. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. South Fayette takes one here, and we want to take a look at our out-of-town scores from around the WPIAL. Of course, a lot of games and playoff implications and a lot going on across the WPIAL in this final week. And mentioned 16 teams will await their fate for wild card spots. First ever opportunity. Normally, we would be crunching numbers for the Gardner point system on who's in and who's out, all this stuff. Well, now the WPIAL has stepped in and said we're going to award top 3, at least in 5A, top 3 teams in the conference, and then 3 additional wild cards. So Bethel Park, 21-14. The winner of that game becomes the 2 in the conference. The loser becomes the 3. These 2 teams tonight here at Moon are playing for 3 and 4. Woody High leads Kiski 14-0. That's important for Moon. Make sure the Cavaliers lose tonight. Mount Lebanon 42-0 over Norwin tonight. Newcastle leads Black Hawk 14-0. That's important in 4A. Montour, only a 7-0 lead over West Allegheny. Can the Indians force a 3-way tie in the 4A Parkway Conference? That would be a logjam of Moon, West Allegheny, and Aliquippa, and a lot of decisions to have to be made.
Right, this conference is like the ACC right now with Pitt, Miami, Clemson, and SMU. All these teams that, you know, could be a 3-way tie with 1 loss. Who knows what's going to happen? But, Matt, to your perspective, does the seedings really matter? You mentioned, the game between Bethel and who's Bethel playing?
Peters.
The winner gets the 2, loser gets the 3. Does the seedings really matter in terms of playoffs?
It will, and I'll explain here is the last run went to Lindsay. Then they go to C.J. Lindsay. So Travis, C.J. Lindsay there back-to-back. It will be now 2nd down and 11. And, yeah, I think from a seeding perspective, if you become the 2 out of the Allegheny 6, we all know Upper St. Clair is going to get the first seed. But if you're the 2, you're probably going to get the 2 or the 3 seed in the WPIAL playoffs. They're going to respect the Allegheny 6, understand that your only 2 losses are to Upper St. Clair, who's the 1, and whoever that is, they'll only have that loss. And then the loser of that game is probably going to get the 5. But I actually could argue that it might be better to be the 5 because you're not going to get a bye. So I think byes can hurt you as much as they can help you in high school football. And I think that could be maybe a blessing in disguise depending on who wins or loses that game. Bertie told me Phil Peckage wouldn't be upset. They're obviously going to play to win the game, as you will. But
you play to win the game.
Right. Herm Edwards in the building.
Yep. Who's on this committee, and where are they? This is like the Secret Service. I don't know anything about it. And how do I get on this committee?
That's a great question. It's the Whippeal Football Steering Committee that consists of principals and athletic directors and contributors from around the WPIL that they every year break down the brackets to decide the brackets on who's going where. But this extra notion of, I mentioned earlier, kind of March Madness-like, where we have two bubble teams right now where, I would say right now, South Fayette's the first or the last four in and Moon's the last four out. But if they can win this game, they're going to flip that.
Well, hopefully Joe Lenardi isn't deciding these.
Let us know how you feel, JP. Cross goes back, sets up the far side throw, and it doesn't go very in the Tigers' favor as Nicholas Clemens gets planted. Andre Rivera for South Fayette on the tackle.
Moon tries the misdirection screen, jailbreak screen, if you will. South Fayette was all over it. Good discipline by South Fayette. Staying awake there on the backside, and it pays off.
Third down at 17. Moon is in no hurry. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. A couple of big announcements coming up at halftime, by the way. So you want to stick around for the Shell halftime show. Here's Cross, and he'll slide. Intelligent move there by the quarterback to stay in bounds. Moon wants to run this thing out, but South Fayette says, we have a timeout in my pocket, and I'm going to use it.
Somebody turned the wrong way there. I don't know. We'll never know if it was the quarterback or the running back. Somebody messed up, though, and Cross just says, I'll take it. But he was left out to dry there. But very smart, high IQ play by him to go down in bounds and keep that clock running. Most high school kids would not think to do that.
Want to give a shout out to Moon alum and JRM supporter and contributor Al Lesh. Watching from home tonight, was honored with the Moon Distinguished Alumni Award just a few weeks ago. And Al, a retired Navy vet chief, also contributes on the Old Sports Network. Not announcing tonight, had some health issues, so I know he's watching at home. Thoughts and prayers with Al, and also a belated happy birthday.
How old?
I won't even say.
Okay.
Young at heart, I'll tell you. Yeah, you don't ask that, JP. You know that.
I mean, you don't ask income and a female's weight, but I never heard age.
High snap, pulled down. That is a huge momentum play there. Senkovic just saved what could have been a disastrous end to this first half. I mean, if we could get another look at Senkovic, he climbs a ladder to get this snap.
That's something, Matt, that doesn't go in the stat book, but is greatly appreciated. And at the end of the game, we'll look back at this play and say, what if that didn't happen? And it wouldn't be the first time we've seen that this year. We've seen many
what ifs,
overshot snaps by long snappers and
that's
punters.
a good point, too. Actually, come to think of it, Moon did that last year against Upper St. Clair and set up St. Clair on the 1-yard line a year ago.
Videographic memory, Matt Fargo.
First down, 30 seconds. Well, Horsky going to let it fly down that far sideline and just too tall. Coverage, Nicholas Prezzoli. Schuler, the intended receiver.
Clearly, South Fayette not satisfied with their first half of play. They still got their foot on the gas here, trying to even things up before halftime.
But as we're going to take a look at the half, the stats tell a whole different story than the scoreboard does in terms of who should be dominating this game. The reality is it's a 7-point game.
Correct.
Pistol formation for the Lions. Now they go to the ground game. Aiken will start the clock, and South Fayette will not. They want one more. It's third down, 10 seconds. And I think will that do it?
Well, Horsky is upset. He wanted to maybe throw a Hail Mary or something, spike the ball to save another play.
Didn't get a play.
Yeah, his coaches had a different idea.
And that's who you listened to. So at the break, Moon leads 7-0 over South Fayette. And let's go down to Susie, who's Coach Ryan Lynn.
Thanks, Matt. Coach Lynn, you said that South Fayette was going to come in here with a really creative offense tonight. Where are you keeping them best at bay?
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to keep in the pocket and force him to throw the ball downfield instead of using his legs. So it's helping us out right now.
Offensively for the Tigers, where can you ramp it up a little bit?
Just got to be more consistent. Too many penalties, too many mistakes that have caused us to be behind the sticks a little bit. So we got to get that cleaned up and remove it in half.
Thanks, Coach. Matt?
Thank you, Susie, and thanks to Coach Lynn, one of the best dressed coaches. We're going to get one of those jackets. Curious. Halftime here at Moon Township. The Tigers lead the Lions at the break. Shell halftime show on the back half of this break. You're watching the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group right here on KDKA+.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Thanks. They really wore that back then, Grandpa?
Yeah, they really did.
Playing back then was tough, believe me.
Now this is the best era. Nobody could beat that dynasty.
I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
Now, I don't know about that, but the team was really good in the 90s.
Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. They went the distance, literally.
That's what I'm talking about! Yes!
The 70s are definitely the
No
best.
way! The 2000s, hands down.
Whoa, guys, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Wait, your tea?
Seems like a nice spot.
Back, everybody, to KDKA Plus. It's the Shell halftime show here in Moon Township. The Moon Tigers up 7-0 over the South Fayette Lions. And now it's that time of the week to take a look at our Steelers All-Peer team, brought to you by the Mentorship and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. This week we're highlighting Amari Aleem from Pittsburgh Carrick High School. Amari leads by example both on and off the field at Carrick, demonstrating his commitment through his leadership in the Raider Walk, where Amari actively participates in cleaning up local neighborhoods. Additionally, Amari volunteers as a youth football referee for the Pittsburgh Flag Football League. Amari Aleem, just another one of our Whitfield standouts, tearing it up on the field on a Friday night and helping his local community in more ways than one. And if you have anybody that you want to nominate for our Steelers All-Peer team throughout the season or next season, just go on over to Steelers.com/youth And I'm Susie Cole, and right now I am so lucky to be joined by Bryson Lesniak. I want to get this right, okay? Professor of Orthopedic Surgery and team physician for not just Pitt Athletics, you said RMU, and also South Fayette as of 10 years. So whenever you look at the high school level, what's been the most rewarding part of that job compared to the other levels that you've worked at?
The most fun is to watch the kids go from 9th grade all the way to graduation. You see these very young men and women, when we take care of women's sports as well, kind of grow up in front of your eyes, become mature, kind of well-rounded teammates and people in society. It's really a lot of fun. And that's probably the biggest factor that keeps me coming back year in, year out to take care of the high school kids compared to, say, college and pros.
And whenever you work with the athletic trainers, how do you work with them to provide the best care for your student athletes here at South Fayette?
Yeah, the athletic trainers at any sports organization are kind of the unsung hero. Without them, you don't have much ability to take care of the athletes. They're there every day, they're at every practice, they know the kids or the adults better than anybody else does. And so they're your liaison between the athletes and my office, or the sidelines when I see them on the sidelines. Their input is invaluable. They know the parents, they know their peers, and so they give you insight and kind of information that you otherwise wouldn't have. So they're really a huge teammate, and they really are like kind of the pumping heart of our ability to take care of the kids.
Bryson, I'm going to sound a little bit biased here, but UPMC, why is that the go-to place or the best place for student athletes to go to around here in the Pittsburgh area?
Yeah, well, I think some of it is everything we just talked about, right? The collaboration with the athletic training staff. We have athletic trainers at dozens of schools across the region. We have physical therapists. We have concussion, world-class concussion leaders. People come, professional athletes, all the way down to small children come to our center from around the world, not just in our backyard, but around the world. And we bring that expertise, we bring that collaborative teamwork to the care of every one of our athletes and every one of our patients.
Bryson, thank you so much for joining me here tonight on the Shell Halftime Show. Again, Bryson Lesniak, the team physician for South Fayette, Pitt Athletics, RMU, you name it. He's done it around here in the Pittsburgh area. It's time to go to break here on KDKA+. We'll be back in Moon Township after this.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after cost.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
In Pittsburgh, football season is all year round. The Pittsburgh Passion, 3-time national champions, a team of women united by drive, dedication, and heart. It's more than football, it's family, a sisterhood of athletes working together to achieve greatness. Do you have what it takes? The passion, the commitment. This is your chance to be a part of the black and gold. Step out onto the field and join a legacy. The Pittsburgh Passion is waiting for you. Join us for tryouts. For more information, scan the QR code or visit PittsburghPassion.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to KDKA Plus on the Shell Halftime Show. I'm Susie Cool, and now it's time to take a look at the Coach of the Week from Week 8. We have Coach Wayne Wade from the Clairton Bears. Last week, the Bears dominated the Riverview Raiders in a Class 1A conference matchup. The Bears held the Raiders to just 42 total yards while forcing 8 turnovers. Clairton continues their historic season with their dominating defense, allowing just 7 total points with 7 shutouts over the course of the 2024 campaign. Tonight now marks Coach Wayne Wade's 3rd Coach of the Week honors since taking over the program in 2014. So no strangers to success there, Coach Wade. Congratulations once again. And last week, we got a little peek at this awesome little feature that we did on the Shell Halftime Show. It's the Steelers Hot Seat. Our JRM employee, Alyssa Weston, sat down and put together another one of these electric pieces. Let's check it out now.
Why is cold water so insecure?
Why?
Because it's never cold hot.
All right.
Would you rather be prom king or valedictorian?
Valedictorian.
Valedictorian.
Would you rather handwrite all of your homework or use a computer to do it, but you always get 1 letter grade lower than you usually would?
Oh, I gotta write it.
Handwrite all my homework.
Chick-fil-A or Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Would you rather eat your favorite meal every day or never eat it again?
Eat it every day.
Favorite meal every day.
Where do pirates get their hooks?
Where?
Secondhand stores.
Who on your team would be most likely to try out for American Idol?
Ben Kavanaugh.
Ben Kavanaugh.
If you had to march in the band at halftime, what instrument would you play?
I'd probably twirl the stick.
Oh, the drums for sure.
What is the best student section theme?
Neon or all white?
Best student section theme, probably just like a green out.
Would you rather be a teacher or have one of your parents as your teacher?
Parents as a teacher.
Have my parents as my teacher.
What is the most patriotic sport?
I don't know.
Flag football. Hit it.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
It's the Moon Tigers up 7-0 over the South Fayette Lions here at the half on the Shell Halftime Show. And now it's time to send it back up to Matt and JP in the booth for those first half highlights and stats. Matt?
Susie, thanks so much. Appreciate it back here in the broadcast booth. Johnny Patricia, Matt Fargo here with you. You know what? It works better when it's unmuted.
It does. I agree.
But we welcome you back here as the Tigers have the lead 7-0 over South Fayette. And, I think Moon, that chest smash early, and it's a passing play that is the thing that ends up breaking this thing open, or at least starting the scoring of Moon getting on the scoreboard first.
Yeah, with the offense like Moon, they lull you to sleep almost with their wing tee, jet sweep, power, counter, and then they get you when they want you. They feel the perfect time to take the shot, and they capitalized on it. Yeah, lull you to sleep and then hit you with a big play. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights and statistics. We'll take a look at the statistics first to show halftime stats. 165 total yards. Moon in that department leading 71 for South Fayette. Then first downs 8 for Moon, 3 for South Fayette. That one turnover that didn't cost the Lions early, and the penalty yardage pretty even and clean in terms of the penalty department. Matt, South Fayette's lucky that this is only a 7-0 game, because don't forget, Moon scored that touchdown, got called back, and then they missed the field goal the following play. So this easily could be a 2-score game, being 2 scores down for South Fayette.
Let's take a look at the Giant Eagle first half highlights. And while we only had one score, it was the defenses that stepped up big early and often here in the first half.
Yeah, Matt, both defenses are going by the bend but don't break mentality. And it's the last regular season game. These offenses are going to pull out all their stops in order to get into the postseason.
Moon recovered that fumble, but wasn't able to do anything offensively. Then South Fayette shut down Moon on a 4th down try. And then Moon goes to the air, gets the big play as Cross hooks up with Vendetti for the Tiger touchdown, and that's how we get to it, 7-0. Moon has the small lead, 7-0 over South Fayette.
If you're just tuning in, I promise there were more exciting plays than just 2 highlights. It was an exciting half of football, a chess match, if you will. Both defenses are playing out of their minds, and I expect some big plays by the offenses in the second half. These coaches have some tricks in their back pocket.
All right, we have a big announcement to make here at JRM, and it is that High School Holiday Hoops is coming back to PPG Paints Arena December 22nd. You can tune in and join us at PPG Paints Arena as we will have 4 great matchups, starting with the Kiski area girls taking on the Fox Chapel girls. Then Moon will take on South Fayette. Yep, it's a rematch on the hardwood this time. And then it will be followed by Montour against Lincoln Park, and rounding out with Peters Township and Fox Chapel. Sunday, December 22nd at PPG Paints Arena, the 2nd annual Pittsburgh Holiday Hoops Classic. Only the 2nd time in history high school basketball will be played at PPG Paints Arena. Excited for that one. I know as sitting next to the 1,000-point scorer that you were in hoops as well. But let's take a look at scores from around the WPIAL. Peters Township leads Bethel by 7. Woody still up on Kiski 14-0. That's important for Moon. Even if they were to lose this game, they could find a way and sneak their way in, even if they were to lose. If Kiski falls, Lebo rolling on Norwin 42-0. Newcastle and Blackhawk, one of these teams probably not going to make the playoffs the way that 4A works, and the playoffs are shortened by 1 week because they have to enter the state tournament 1 week earlier. Montour still up 7-0 on West Allegheny. You mentioned that is a conference championship. If West A wins this game, then there will be a tri-champion in the Parkway Conference with Aliquippa, who is playing and leading over Ambridge. And then how about Cornell? The Cornell Raiders, the other team in the 15108, the zip code we are currently in, they're leading Monessen right now. That is a huge flip in single A if the Raiders can down the Greyhounds tonight at Frank Lettieri Stadium in Coraopolis.
Matt, shout out to Woodland Hills. Earlier we talked about them losing their quarterback for the season. Maybe Kiski was taking them light without their quarterback, but they are rallying behind their backup, and they're playing together as a team and showing that they can get it done in other ways. Here's a score update for you. We're going to update it for you. Bethel and Peters Township are now tied. Just got that one hot off the press. So the Allegheny 6 proving to be just so good this year. We've been talking about it all year long when we saw Peters Township and Upper St. Clair earlier this year, but my goodness, JP, the Allegheny 6,
5A is going to be so much fun in the postseason because who knows what crazy upsets could potentially happen.
You're right. Everybody's beating each other. It's like the Big Ten East. It's like the SEC West. It's like the ACC this year, competitive from top to bottom, other than, a few that I'm not going to mention. But, the cream rises to the top at the end of the day, and these teams are going to battle it out to the end. And I love that it's the last regular season game of the year, and those two teams are finally getting to face off because we've been waiting for it all year.
Well, we aren't done yet. After this regular season finale, we are so proud to announce that the WPIAL playoffs are coming here to KDKA Plus, the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, will roll on and continue through the WPIAL playoffs, starting with round 1 next Friday night, November 1st, 7 o'clock, same time, same channel, same announcers, same crew, just playoff style.
So I got to cancel my plans next Friday night?
I'm sorry, you have to.
No place I'd rather be. We can go to the movies another time.
All right, sounds good, JP. All right. On that note, we got to take a break as Moon has the lead 7-0 over South Fayette. Shout out to the Moon High School Marching Band out there on the field. Senior night for them as well. And when we come back, second half action between the Tigers and the Lions right here on KDKA Plus.
This Saturday, tune in to JRM Sports for PAC D3 college football as the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets battle the Allegheny Gators this Saturday live at 5 p.m. on JRM Sports YouTube and airing next day on KDKA Plus.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
This is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Subaru. We have 2.9% financing for up to 72 months on all 2025 new Subaru Outbacks and on many 24s left in stock. Come on up and drive one home today.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
I'm Albert Lin. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. And that is really what sets UPMC apart.
For Brittany, it's more than a move. It's a new city. It's a new role. It's a brand new horizon that's hers for the taking. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GB Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GB Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GB Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy. With new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Oh, what are we doing here? You guys do it again.
Well, Matt, it had such a good hit last year. We got great feedback from everybody. I had to bring back these classics.
You know, when we do your homecoming game, you get highlights. I get this.
These are your highlights.
You know, it all started here way back when.
I would love to get some footage of you on the football field. I didn't have the resources to get into that database.
I got my 5th grade teacher, John Koliakovo's in the house. My 9th grade teacher, Sir Parcel's here.
Wow.
It's a reunion.
It's Matt Fargo night here at Moon Stadium.
You know, if you would have told that kid, JP, that I'd be back here, you know, almost 20 years later, doing Friday Night Football and high school football on TV, I don't know if he would believe you, but pretty full circle and a pretty cool thing to be back here and calling Tigers and Lions with you tonight.
You should be proud of yourself. You're the face of WPIAL football. Nobody knows more WPIAL facts than you do. You are definitely on the Mount Rushmore of WPIAL football commentators.
Thanks. All right, second half underway as Moon will receive this opening kickoff. Vendetti, who scored the touchdown, just shy of the 30. And let's check in. Baldwin and Upper St. Clair, and USC putting the finishing touches on an unblemished regular season record and an Allegheny 6 conference championship. They are dominating 45-6 right now.
Is that a surprise?
Baldwin trailing Upper St. Clair. No.
Baldwin, Upper St. Clair. Expecting a slugfest there between two powerhouses.
Moon back to the ground game. And a great carry there on first down. It's Moyer getting the carry. Jared Moyer, a junior, getting a fresh set of downs. Moyer was unavailable last week. Comes back here and contributes there with a first down run. A first down brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
And that's exactly how they wanted to start this half. South Fayette, their defense looked like they were still in the locker room there. Moon's jumping on them.
First down and 10 for the 42-yard line. Go Wildcat formation as Bronaugh keeps. And Bronaugh carrying. Bronaugh escapes. There he goes. He's done it again. Paul Bronaugh, 58 yards for the Tiger touchdown.
Wow, and that's a way to start the half. You ready for this one, Matt? One of Paul's teammates asked him if he needed help, and he was like, bro, nah, I got this. I'll take it myself. And that's exactly what he did.
6 goes for 6. Tigers take a 2-touchdown advantage.
South Fayette had him wrapped up, and he slipped through their fingers and adds to their lead.
It's an injured Tiger down just off the playing surface. Officials have called the athletic training staff from Moon over, which I think that's Bronaugh. That's Bronaugh who just scored the touchdown. As the athletic trainers tend to Bronaugh, we will keep an eye on the field and pause for this message by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
All right, Matt, let's look at this touchdown here. I'm going to circle Brona, if you will. Uh-oh. Let's get the highlighter on him. Not having any success. Play it. They put all their receivers into the boundary to get those extra defenders out of the way. The most important block there was the wing. He just can't let anybody get outside him and gets Brona in open space, which is exactly was their goal on that play, and he does the rest.
Our Giant Eagle player to watch, top of this broadcast. It looks like Brona is able to walk off, so not sure what the injury was, but he's walking under his own power on the sideline now as Senkovic puts it through the poles and makes it 14-0. Let's go down to Susie.
Paul Brona, after that last play over here on the sideline, a couple of athletic trainers come in to check over his right kneecap. After a couple of minutes, he's up and moving on this Moon Tigers sideline. A couple of his teammates joking with him. You just wanted some attention for once, so it seems like it's pretty likely he'll be back in this game. Matt?
Thanks, Susie.
Yeah, man, I don't know if you saw, he has his right ankle taped up. Not sure if that's a swag thing or an injury thing, but not sure what the issue was there, but he was showing off the wheels on that run.
Certainly was. Opens it up, 14-0. Moon, the advantage. You know, there's a Steelers-Moon connection that is pretty unique. What if I told you that a Steelers head coach cut a player and then he became the head football coach at Moon? That is the story of former head coach Mark Capuano. Was cut by Chuck Knoll in training camp of 1969 and then coached Moon in two stints, 1979 through 84, and then again 1992 to 2008. But Capuano was the head coach of Moon's only WPIAL championship team in 1998. But to get cut in the NFL and then become high school football coach.
Certainly in a class of his own. Football guy. Knows a lot about ball. Matt, who's the most notable player to come out of Moon?
I think recent minds would tell you that it's A.Q. Shipley, who went on to play at Penn State. Was also quite the basketball player, WPIAL champion basketball player, but was recruited to play defense. Went to Penn State. Joe Paterno decided, I think you'd be great at center. Turns out his senior year, he wins the Center of the Year award for college football and then makes an NFL career out of it. Gets drafted by the Steelers. Ends up playing most of his career with Arizona and Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And now part of the Pat McAfee family now.
And he played against the Steelers in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe so.
Pretty full circle for him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I met him briefly when we were out at the, when I was on Penn State, we were in Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl, and he was on the Cardinals. He came to speak to us. Great guy.
And in trouble, ball comes loose. It's still rolling around out there, and Moon says they have the football. No signal from the officials. There's still no signal from any of the Zebras. A discussion. Moon says they have it. South Fayette says they recovered it. As we sort this out, maybe we could figure it out before they do.
Yeah, not sure.
That looks like a fumble, so it's who recovers it. It's squirming around there. Moon clearly recovers it.
Right. Not sure what the discussion is. Usually the guy at the bottom of the pile with the ball,
they're going to say incomplete pass?
What?
Oh, man, he was just kind of shoveling it forward. That is, man, oh, that's a close one. But, boy, that saves South Fayette. That is catastrophic if it goes the other way.
Yeah, that changes the game entirely.
Moon leading 14-0. This is a big 3rd and 7 now. Well, Horsky with some pressure just throws it up into the air, and he got a receiver, but just threw it too far to the sideline, and the boundary incomplete. It's Again, Kavanaugh, the intended receiver. And it is 4th down.
You know, Matt, we talked about how good South Fayette's offense was the first month and a half of the season, and tonight they just haven't been able to get into a rhythm. You mentioned the DBs from Moon and how experienced and athletic they are, and they're showing that tonight. Two returners back deep for Moon.
Picked up the 29. Vendetti on the return, and he's just shy, or I'm going to mark him at the 40-yard line. That's where Moon's offense back to work with a 14-point lead. Moon playing for the playoff lives in the regular season finale. It's a Steelers high school showcase Friday night on KDK+.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by St. Vincent College, by Loewe Enterprises, promotional products and apparel, by Mariani and Richards, and by Edgar Snyder and Associates, a personal injury law firm where they always say there's never a fee unless we get money for you. I'm up Tiger Stadium tonight. Aerial coverage provided to you by GBU Life. Moon all-time, 364 wins, 475 losses, 19 wins. South Fayette all-time, 516 wins, 398 losses, 39 ties.
39 ties. That's a lot. That is a lot.
Back in the day, when it was over, it was over.
Things have changed. No overtime back then, huh?
No. I don't think there was a television broadcast then either. Off the right side, it's Braden Stewart. Stewart with a burst of speed, and no one's catching him. Touchdown, Tigers. 59 yards on the touchdown.
Well, Matt, ball don't lie. Moon should have got the fumble on last drive on defense, and they score the first play of the drive. They fake the counter. Quarterback keep out of the Wildcat. He can run. He got to get the ball more.
You know, it's been said a couple times on this broadcast, and I think it's said every time we see Moon is, man, this guy is good. Man, this guy is good. And then you start to realize why they hand the ball off to so many guys.
Yeah.
The extra point's good. Stankovic puts it through. 9:57 to go, 21-0.
All right, let's look at this here. Let's spotlight this guy. Play it. They fake the counter to number 39. Defense goes with him. And the rest is history. Just puts the burners on, goes to your friend, the sideline, and nobody was catching him.
Beautiful shot from up top.
Wow, that's a gorgeous shot. We got a blimp here.
It's the GBU blimp. 21-0. Tigers, you know, I even mentioned at the top of the broadcast how this game is won or lost can impact things. And certainly if Moon can make this thing convincing like they are headed towards, that is going to easily impress the committee and make sure that they are not left out of this dance come Saturday afternoon.
Well, it was so important for Moon to get out to an early lead with their run-heavy offense because South Fayette can throw the ball, and they can come back at any time, but because of the run-heavy offense of Moon, it's hard for them to come back from a big deficit, if you will.
Ball bounces, picked up at the 17-yard line, and a nice return here with a burst of speed. He got the kicker to beat, and the kicker is not allowing him. How about Senkovic, fresh off of putting another extra point through the poles, makes a tackle on special teams and saves a touchdown.
You know, Sankovic's 2 biggest plays of the game so far are him catching that high snap on that punt, Matt, and the tackle on kickoff. You know, 2 plays that don't go noticed that well, but, you know, make a big difference on the scoreboard.
47 yards on the return. You know, he's also listed on the roster as a kicker/DB.
Athlete.
He played DB on that one.
It shows right there. Pat McAfee would be proud.
For the brand, right?
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 36. South Fayette, best field position they've had all day. Well, Horsky goes off the left side. He breaks a tackle, and he has a first down. Picks up 11.
And, you know, following up on the last play, it's really the kicker's job just to slow down the returner when it's one-on-one. But he slowed him down and made the tackle all on his own.
Officially give him 10. Exactly enough for the first down. Sticks. Fake the pitch while Horsky keeps. Realized nothing was available outside, so ducks it in inside and at least picks up the first down. Fresh set of downs brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
You know, Matt, if you're South Fayette, there has to be a little sense of urgency here. It was only 7-0 at halftime, and you blink and you're down 21.
Now that was the first down, so first down, now second down. Second down at 7.
Kelly Automotive second down.
Either way. We love our friends at Kelly Automotive. Well, Horsky pitches it out to Aiken. Aiken grabs it and fights his way just a yard shy of another Kelly Automotive first down. But he's inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
South Fayette is such a heavy screen team. That's about their 8th screen of the game so far, whether it's to a running back or a wide receiver. Clearly they practice that a lot, and they get a majority of their production out of their screens.
A nice generous spot. They give him the first down. Well, Horsky, sidestep, but man, he's still pushing forward, and finally more help comes in for Moon. Give credit to Nicholas Clemens, who finally got him down.
You know, that's a read play there for Will Horsky. He's reading the defensive end. Look at his eyes. If the defensive end crashes, he keeps it and runs. If the defensive end keeps contained, he hands it off.
Second down 9 from the 15. Well, Horsky under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked on the play. Jared Moyer gets in there.
You'll hear a lot of defensive minds talk about a force player and being the edge of the defense, and that's what Moon does here perfectly. They set the edge, and they don't allow Will Horsky to get outside and continue that flow.
Third down, 12 for South Fayette. A must-score drive for the Lions here. Back to pass with pressure. Double clutches and throws, and it's nearly intercepted. Trying to jump the route was Lindsey. And instead it goes incomplete, and it's fourth down.
The captain of that defense knew the screen was coming. He's man-to-man on the running back, reads it perfectly. And, you know, I say every week, Matt, against these screens, you got to smell a rat. Something's up.
It's not always this easy to get to the quarterback.
Correct. If you get there too easy, something's up.
4th down and 12, 7:01 to play, third quarter. Mahorski throwing a fade, and oh my, that comes the flag. This drive's going to get extended. As South Fayette, a last-ditch effort, and Sidholm, the intended receiver, was pulled down. And I don't know we're going to get to see this again, but if you get beat, pass interference is better than a touchdown, right?
You're right. I don't know if he tried to do that, but we'll take a penalty over 6 every time. And I think it might have been a touchdown.
Yeah. Miles Turner in coverage. It's not an automatic first down, so it's still going to be 4th down. 4th down, 3, ball at the 9.
Looks like Moon is in man coverage here, Matt.
Mahorski off the left side, and he's going to get denied. Moon defense denies again. Xavier Moyer on senior night, a big tackle.
Huge play for Moon there. They trust their guys on the outside, go man coverage. Looked like 0 to me. Allow these linebackers to flow freely and go get the ball, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, we're watching 5A football, but you just saw 55, Xavier Moyer, make that play, and now he's back out there as the left guard on the next play. Some two-way guys here for the Tigers. Wildcat and Cole Vanish out of the quarterback position. Right up the middle. Picks up 7 on first down.
Matt, you know every rule of Whippy football like the back of your hand. Explain that pass interference call to me, why it wasn't a first down for those listening at home and or maybe have their hands up in the air of why they didn't go to automatic first down.
Well, because it was defensive holding and not pass interference. So defensive holding, not an automatic first down. You're just going from
just a 5-yard penalty.
Yes,
right.
Correct.
Well, there you go. Uh-oh.
That squeezed through. Prizzoli. Nick Prizzoli repping the run. A captain on this squad here on senior night. Picking up a first down, and we'll see it again from high above on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
Moon clearly likes what they see out of their Wildcat. They're getting positive chunks every carry.
24 yards on that carry.
I don't think we've seen cross under center yet in this half, Matt.
No, this is great X's and O's and using the Jimmies and Joes here by Ryan Lynn.
And what I love, it's a different ball carrier every drive.
Yes.
You know, you get carries, you get carries.
It's an announcer's dream, really. Pick up a 5 here. This was Prizzoli. He was at our media day earlier in the summer at Acrisure Stadium getting ready, and he was like, I can't wait for this game. Like, he was excited for the season, but he was really looking forward to this matchup.
If they run this, it's going to go left, I think.
There it is. On cue, he cuts back against the grain. We'll give you partial credit there, JP.
Partial? What do you mean? It's either left or right. I said left, and he went left.
Jared Moyer was the carry. Boy, cut back. So I'll give you,
but the play was called to the left.
It was. Very much so.
That's my countless hours of film study I did on Moon high school football this week.
In the lab.
In the lab.
Yeah. 3rd down 3 from the 48. If you're just tuning in, Moon 4-4 overall, 1-3 in the conference. South Fayette 6-3 overall, 1-3 in the conference. Winner of this game can sleep a little better tomorrow or tonight, knowing that tomorrow they'll be in. Loser might have to think about it. It might be a restless sleep. I think for South Fayette, they're still going to find their way in if they aren't able to come back in this game. But they're probably going to end up getting the the 12 or the 11 at best, I would imagine.
To me, Matt, it just looks like Moon wants it more. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think that they've executed, and South Fayette's offense has sputtered and not been able to be the electric offense that we are accustomed to seeing them. As Colvanish gets to the 45-yard line.
You know, they say defense travels, offense doesn't. And, you know, South Fayette, we talked about their high-octane offense. And tonight they just haven't been able to get into that rhythm, you know, with all the screen passes and timing plays that they run.
Well, South Fayette comes in tonight averaging 22 points a game on offense and giving up just 13 a game. And, you know, that's literally put on its head tonight. Punt unit out. Punt is down at the 20. And we'll step aside from Moon Township tonight. The Tigers leading the Lions 21-0. Come back with us on KDK Plus.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965 with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
When you need to rent equipment, you can count on the experts at Herc Rentals to deliver the right equipment for the job. From generators to AC units to boom lifts and pickups, go to HercRentals.com to find a branch near you. Thanks to Herc Rentals, providing our scissor lift coverage tonight. First down at 10 for the 21-yard line. Well, Horsky faked the handoff, set up the screen. Far side, it's Schuler on the reception.
Love that play design there. They fake the run to the right. Uh-oh.
Moyer comes up to make the stop, and there is an injured Tiger. It's Moyer. And he was slow, and he thought he was going to get up, and now he's back down as the trainers take a look, and we'll keep an eye on the field and step aside from this from GPU Life.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBU Life. What does it do? It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBU Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. You might be interested in a GBU life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Second down and 3 for South Fayette. He handed off to Aiken, and he has nothing available. Tiger defense. Nicholas Clemens. And this is what Moon has relied on. Great defense, big plays, the lull you to sleep attitude out of their offense.
Yep.
Big plays, splash ability.
Yeah, versatility on the offensive end, the ability to switch it up, and that's what works in the playoffs.
Slant route, and being dragged down from behind. Rizzoli saves a touchdown as big play there for the Lions. As well, Horsky, first time that he was able to hook up for a big one. Schuler makes the catch for 17 yards.
Nice throw there by Welhorski. Hits his man right in stride, doesn't have to slow down at all.
Welhorski steps up into the pocket, felt the rush, now thinks about running it, and help arrives for Moon. Again, Lindsay on the tackle.
Lindsay's all over the place tonight.
Davis Lindsay's been all over the field for the Tigers tonight. 39 in your Moon program, a captain.
Great job there. Linebackers all over the world would appreciate that rep by him. Crossover run. Keeps his shoulders square. Doesn't get cut back on.
Second down, 11 from the 43. Welhorski to throw. Near sideline, got his man. That's a reception by Ben Kavanaugh. Revis knocks him out of bounds.
Nice break on the ball by Revis. Had a pretty big cushion to start the play there. I think South Fayette took the free access when they saw that.
Third down, 4. Ball right at the 50. Long snap count from Welhorski. Has time this time, and now he'll look to run with it. And he will pick up the first down, and more goes down the near boundary and finally knocked out of bounds by Prizzoli, but not before a fresh set of downs for the Lions.
Tiptoes down the sideline.
20 yards.
Yeah, would have been nice if he drew the late hit penalty there right on the sideline. You know, baited the defender into hitting him. Stepped right out of bounds right before it. But either way, nice escapability by him to continue the drive.
South Fayette's the smallest 5A school in the classification. Actually, 4 kids away from 4A the last time the alignment came out. Play action for Welhorski. Oh, throws in some traffic. There's a flag down. Trying to shake away was Sidholm. But we'll check the penalty. It's holding on the Lions. Thought it might have been a roughing the passer on the Lions because Welhorski ended up on his wallet.
His wallet. They got back pockets in those football pants.
Yeah. Always got to keep your wallet on.
Yeah. Well, you know, if South Fayette's going to make this comeback, it has to be on this drive. They got to start one drive at a time.
Under a minute to go here in the third. Welhorski delivers a ball out to the far numbers. It's caught. Wow. On the reception, Ray Schuler, the junior, another nice catch.
That's the best throw from either quarterback tonight so far. Throws it out from the opposite hash. Impressive arm strength and accuracy there. Really trusts his arm because if he doesn't get enough on it, that could be undercut and go in the opposite direction.
On second down at 10, they pick up the lost penalty yardage, and then Welhorski ducks in for 2. Moon's Xavier Moyer on the tackle. And that will take us to the end of the third, it seems. Moon Tigers, after 3 chapters in this underdog story, looking to punch their ticket to the postseason. Who will have access to Acrisure? Find out when we come back for the fourth quarter on the Steelers High School Showcase here on KDKA Plus.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Whitfield playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA Plus. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Shell USA, by Potomac Furniture Company, by Allegheny College. What are you capable of? Let's play a fourth from Tiger Stadium at Ripshear Field. Moon leads at 21-0 in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool down on the sideline. Matt Fargo here with you, our JRM production crew, Emmy Award winning.
Slight
Run
flex.
to the right side. It's not bragging if it's true, JP. Post over the run off the right side. Hey, I want to make a correction. We're calling out Tyler Sidham, who's 30 for South Fayette, but it's actually Daniel Specca. Issue with the roster there, but Specca, that name sounds familiar, JP. Yeah, it's that Specca, transferred from Central Catholic mid-season, had to sit out due to the transfer rules. He will only be available tonight. Will not be eligible if they make the playoffs. But how about this? Catch for a touchdown. South Fayette, Ben Kavanaugh makes the touchdown catch.
Perfect timing, Matt. They went to the one-on-one backside. They've been trying to get after that all game. Clearly, they see a matchup there that they like. Finally, it paid off. And we talked about it, Matt. If South Fayette is going to get back in this game, they needed to score on this drive.
Well, Horsky dials one up to Kavanaugh. It's his 14th touchdown pass of the season. That's 25 overall for Horsky on the year. And the extra point is good. Luke Gillen puts it through. That's his 24th PAT of the year.
Temperature is rising here on at Moon, or on the Moon, I should say. Well, Horsky is heating up, if you can feel it. 2 of his best throws of the game came on that drive right there.
You know, I wanted to go back to that as we're going to take a look at this touchdown pass. But that pass prior to, how difficult are these throws? I mean, they make these things look easy.
Yeah, he put that one where only his receiver could get it. And you have about a 2-foot window to fit that in, and he did it.
So South Fayette gets on the board early moments of the fourth quarter to try to make this thing interesting.
But the other thing with Moon's offense is that they're so good at running the football, which we've talked about all night, and this is where they thrive.
Yes.
Running the clock out, putting the icing on the cake. Pressure's on South Fayette's defense to stop them here.
A pooch kick there is a sky kick, that one up the elevator shaft, if you will, and C.J. Lindsey makes the catch, and Moon takes over. Hey, make sure you're following the Steelers Youth Football and JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube for exclusive content, real-time highlights, and on-demand broadcasts. Get social with us. Follow us for all of the inside scoop on all things Steelers high school football showcase and youth football across Western Pennsylvania in Steelers country.
Can't believe you called it X. I refuse.
Formerly known as Twitter. It is what it is called. I agree with you. I typically cross back in at quarterback, and they give it off to Colvanish and pick his way for 5 yards. And Andrew Cross back at a quarterback, and he committed to play baseball at Penn State, going up to Happy Valley to play on the diamond.
Good for him. Taking after his own coach, baseball player.
Yeah, right. That's one of the few football players all good with seeing their guys play in the spring, right? Colvanish one more time. It's tossed out of bounds. Kavanaugh.
The Zebra keeps the clock running there, which plays to Moon's favor.
Clock dwindles here, and we ask the question, who will be the 49 teams that know and cross WPL, talking all classifications, of course, who will be the 49 that know they are in after the scores go final tonight, and then 16 more added as wild cards tomorrow. Pairings being released on KDK Radio tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
You know, Matt, playoffs are an extremely exciting time for everybody involved, but can't forget about how many players put the pads on for the last time tonight.
No doubt.
You know, sad time for a lot of people.
All right, a timeout by the Tigers. We'll step aside as well. KDK Plus rolls on with our coverage of high school football after this.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists. A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance. Everything is right here that you need. We deliver that right to you.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Whitfield playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA+. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
This is Mark Baer from Bud Bear Mazda. We have up to $1,250 in bonus conquest cash if you own almost any kind of vehicle in your household, and all applicable incentives. Go to budbearmazda.com and get all the details.
This Saturday, tune in to JRM Sports for PAC D3 college football as the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets battle the Allegheny Gators this Saturday live at 5 p.m. on JRM Sports YouTube and airing next day on KDKA+.
Fourth quarter action, Little Green Machine marching band. One of the best, these two marching bands, Moon Marching Band and South Fayette's Little Green Machine, two of the best to put on shows at halftime.
Matt Fargo band power rankings come out week by week. Don't miss it.
Braden's doing on that carry. Let's go down to Susie.
If you live in the Moon area, then you know the Moon Band is practicing and perfecting their performances day in and day out. I can attest that, and even head coach Ryan Lynn said they're the hardest working squad on Moon's campus, and that means a lot considering his team practices every single day as well. But what makes this connection unique is that 2 football players also are on the band. Freshman Johnny Haas plays the mellophone, and junior Thad Novak plays the tuba. How does this work, may you ask? Well, 30 seconds before halftime, Haas and Novak will ask Coach Lynn, hey, can I go play in the band? And that's simply how it works. He says they go to school, they go to football practice, and then they go to band practice from 6 to 9 every single day. They're some of the hardest working kids he knows. Matt?
That is a great story, Susie. Jared Moyer picks up a first down there to move the sticks. And, yeah, Moon's marching band was just at the University of Delaware last Saturday. University of Delaware for the Mid-Atlantic Regional Championships, placed 4th. And then this Saturday, they're at Gateway for the PIMBA Championships at Gateway High School. So, you know, they have a championship to win, too. You know, you don't think first thought that bands are trying to win championships, but they are a tradition of excellence in the stands as well.
That's a commitment. Did she say band practice was every day from 6 to 9?
I believe it.
Credit to those kids who do both. I mean, and the ones who are in band, just band. That's a big commitment.
I mean, you got to get to football practice at some point in there too. So.
Right. And homework.
yeah. Where's that fit in? You know, the rigors of a student athlete. I think, you know, when you put it between the white lines, and you know, even fans are expecting these kids to perform at their top level week in and week out, and you don't often think about, you know, maybe that test was on their mind this week, or, you know, something socially happened that week, or whatever. I mean, it's, you know, at the end of the day, still teenagers.
Yep. But juggling all those responsibilities will prepare them for the rest of life, you know.
No doubt. And sometimes fumbling those responsibilities also prepare you for it.
Yep. I've done that many, many times.
Amen, brother. Deep throw for Cross. Overshot everybody. Incomplete. Colvanish, the intended receiver.
Shout out to Trey Pottiger there on the coverage textbook. Did all his work before the ball was thrown, forced his receiver to the sideline, gave him no room to work with. Almost impossible to complete that ball.
That was Perzoli, the intended receiver. Yards here, JP, how about 348 for Moon and 182 for South Fayette?
I'd say that's a difference.
Yeah. Carry forward goes to Colvanish. Peters Township has retaken the lead on Bethel Park, 31-28. That's a back and forth affair.
Back and forth. Wonder what the over-under was on that one.
There's only 43 seconds left in the ball game, too. Going to be an interesting meeting there in 5A where you put teams, especially with what happens tonight. Cross. First back through the hole. Again, cool vanish. That's another Tiger first down, and you called it at the beginning of this drive, JP. This is what Moon is built to do.
Yep, this is a statement drive, and Moon strategically is using all of the play clock on every snap, wait until it gets to single digits, then running their play. Milking that clock, as Chris Berman would say, tick, 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 tick.
And down 2 scores. Moon just wants to methodically move this football and kill this clock. I mean, they're not even in a hurry to score, I would imagine. Pitch left to Stewart. And that long touchdown run last quarter carries to the 30 on first down. It's a gain of 6.
They're just marching down the field here. 4 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards. No negative plays, no penalties. This is exactly how Coach Lynn wanted them to execute it.
Interesting one at Thomas J. Burko Stadium tonight. West Allegheny and Montour going to overtime, tied at 7. So the Parkway Conference Championship could be 3 teams if West A were to win that. Called them the sleeper team of the playoffs, JP, during the Whippio Insider Show. They could prove me right tonight.
Uh-oh.
Pitch right. Prezzoli.
Who'd you say this stadium's named after?
William Rip Shear.
Give me the background on him.
He is former athletic director and coach. Was the AD from 1969 to 1991. Also coached in that time span. And he's actually credited for expanding athletic opportunities in the Moon Area School District by adding girls basketball, softball, tennis, gymnastics, field hockey, track, bowling, volleyball, soccer, and cross country.
Wow. William Shakespeare. Didn't know that.
That was instituted before Title IX was really pushing districts to do just that. So
good for him. That's awesome.
William Rip Shear. And I know from a pretty credible source was well liked and respected in the school.
Clearly, if you get a stadium named after you, you must be well liked.
Fourth down and 1. Ball rests at the 27. Moon churning this clock now, under 5 minutes to go.
Look at the play clock.
Just got it off. And they get right at the sticks. First down, Tigers signaled. Cole Vanish picks up a fresh jet for the red and white.
You know how ESPN does that win probability? If we had that for this game, it would go way down for South Fayette after that play.
Yeah.
They had a chance if they got the ball back there. But Moon converted, and now they're going to milk a few more minutes off this clock here.
Run to the right side. Prezzoli into the end zone. A clincher for the Tigers. And don't make any plans for next Friday night if you're wearing red and white.
That is what they call the icing on the cake, Matt. What did we say after that 4th and 1? It looks like South Fayette also knew what happened there, that this one is going to be hard to come back in. And that was a statement drive for Moon.
Oh, my goodness.
I think they got the ball at the start of this quarter, milked 8 minutes off the clock, a couple third down conversions, a fourth down conversion, all runs.
Sekovich puts it through the poles. Tigers holding down on senior night, 28-7 over South Fayette. Come back with us on the Steelers High School Football Showcase.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
It's more than a piano. It's music lessons, birthday parties, and countless family memories, now safely tucked away, awaiting Nana's new home. It's more than a piano, and we're more than a truck.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The WPIAL playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA+. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
This Saturday, tune in to JRM Sports for PAC D3 college football as the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets battle the Allegheny Gators this Saturday live at 5 p.m. on JRM Sports YouTube and airing next day on KDKA+.
Back to Moon Township tonight. Tigers lead the Lions 28-7. Steelers High School Football Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
I like this song.
I'm sure the guys and girls of the truck will make that note. JRM production crew. Kick out of the end zone, beautifully done. While Moon likely to punch their ticket to the playoffs, and they want to run it back like it's 1998. We're going to take you back to Three Rivers Stadium. Last time Moon won a WPIAL championship, they had the zero-tolerance defense back then. And the Tigers take down Blackhawk. Blackhawk had beat them earlier on in the season, and Moon takes it to the Cougars. There's Cool Kev. He was an assistant coach, Kevin Gallagher. And the Tigers win it 34-7 in the WPIAL AAA championship over Blackhawk. Mark Capuano was the head coach of that squad. The Tigers' only WPIAL championship in school history. And that one in and out of the hands, had a shot at Ray Schuler.
Did you see the AstroTurf in that video?
Oh, my goodness.
Those guys were wearing tennis shoes out there.
I was at that game, JP, as a fan.
Really?
A little one, yep.
I was just born.
Yeah, I was there. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, the video quality a little different.
Was that a JRM production?
JRM wasn't a thought then, I don't believe. That one overshotted, complete. Schuler again, the tended receiver. If you're wondering, South Fayette has won 3 WPIAL championships, and get this, in 3 different classifications. They won the single A championship in 1936 and 64. In 2A, they won in 2010 and 13 and 14, and then in 2018 they won in 4A. So they've been in titles in 3 different classifications.
Oh!
And that was a big-time lick there from Nicholas Clements.
You said 1936?
1936, my friend, and 64. We don't have video from that if anyone's wondering.
I wasn't even going to ask. But if we did have footage, then I was going to say the Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game never happened. Because they have footage of everything but that.
Fourth down, punt unit is out. Whitek punts it away, taken by Vendetti, and Vendetti fires his way to about the 32-yard line. Moon's going to have good field position with 3 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere. KDK Plus, your home for football, and college football comes your way tomorrow on KDK Plus at 5 o'clock. The Waynesburg Yellow Jackets meet the Allegheny Gators. Allegheny, Waynesburg, tomorrow, right here on KDK Plus at 5 o'clock. Make sure you're there.
You know, Matt, with South Fayette punting there, you got to imagine that Moon puts their seniors in on senior night, gets those guys some tick.
Yeah, you know, 2 guys who haven't seen the field, but it's still senior night for them. 2 guys representing Swickley Academy in a co-op with Moon, Quentin Gibbs-Green and Kurt Emertat. Shout out to them. New opportunity with the co-op between Moon and Swickley Academy, and those are the 2 that are enjoying senior night, and it's their first time playing high school football.
That's awesome. Very cool. Shout out to them. Football's not an easy sport to pick up this late in your development as a young man. How do they decide what school district you play for when that happens?
It's an agreement based on the school district. So, yeah, the school districts have to come to an agreement because you're counting their enrollment against your enrollment.
But, like, so Swickley's not that close to here.
That's pretty close.
Oh, okay.
10, 15 minutes, depending on what part of the township you're in. Technically, right across the bridge.
Well, I'm wrong then.
Yeah. We'll do a geography test later. Second down at 12. Off the left side. Jacob Warnergris, a junior, getting a carry here. And Moon has a stable of running backs, JP.
They do. They got a lot of guys that they can give the ball to and trust that they're going to do the job.
This moves it back, under 2 minutes to go. And if you just tuned in, Moon in as much of a must-win situation with it actually being, because it's a wild card and there's going to be opinions made, and I think there definitely could be people in the room that made a case for Moon getting in even if they didn't win this game. Blake Sampson, the senior on senior night, getting the carry.
In my opinion, they needed to win this game.
How about this one? West Allegheny beats Montour tonight in overtime, 13-7. There is a tri-champion in the Parkway Conference. Montour, Aliquippa, West Allegheny. The Indians hand Montour after the high of beating Aliquippa last week. They win in overtime, and 4A just got a whole lot more interesting.
Aliquippa got some help. I'm sure the Aliquippa faithful are happy to hear that after losing last week to Montour.
Well, the ball comes loose, and nice job there by Cross to went and fetch that one. You know, Moon found their way in last year, JP. They upset Gateway last year in the first round of the 5A playoffs. Then I ended up losing to Peters Township. I don't know if I want to be a team going up against the Tigers.
Nope.
Next week.
They're well coached. They're physical. They're tough. They got a ton of different players that contribute. And they're selfless, you know. They don't care who gets the credit, who gets the stats. They're a good team.
Moon gets it done. 28-7. Takes down the South Fayette Lions. Moon improves to 5-4, 2-3 in the conference. South Fayette 6-4, 1-4 in the conference. And that's going to be the resumes that are handed over to the WPIAL Football Steering Committee to see where and if these teams belong in the dance. And the opportunity to play at Acrisure 5A back at the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers this year after a few years of being played at Norwin.
That has to be extra motivation for these kids.
And I think for the Tiger fans, 2021, last time they were there, they lost to Penn Trafford in the final. I'm sure a lot of these guys in middle school remember going and seeing it. Now they get a chance to, they're 2 wins away from actually getting a chance to be in it, be between the white lines.
I hate hearing that. That makes me feel really old.
All right, let's go down to Susie, who has our Macero Construction Player of the Game. Susie.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with our Macero Construction Player of the Game, senior running back, wide receiver. He does it all for the Moon Tigers, Nicholas Prezzoli. Nicholas, 6 carries for 58 yards, a touchdown tonight. What was working for you offensively?
I just got to give all credit to the O-line. You know, without them, we wouldn't be where we are. Got to give credit to the coaches and God. Without him, nothing's possible. So all credit to those guys.
I mentioned you're a senior. Tonight was senior night here for the Moon Tigers. You know, how do you think tonight went? You know, it's that last game here on home turf.
You know, emotions were definitely high, but it's good to walk out here with the win. Kind of sad that it's our last game on this field, but, I mean, we got playoffs now, so just got to look forward.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned playoffs. How imminent was this win tonight?
Oh, we were all week. We were preaching, this is a playoff week, this is a playoff week. The Moon Tigers got an early playoff game, but we pulled out. We did a great job tonight.
Nicholas Prezzoli, our Macero Construction Player of the Game. This game ball is yours. Matt and JP, we're back up to you.
Thank you, Susie. Congratulations to Nicky Prezzoli, our Player of the Game. Tigers get it done 28-7. And a big win for the Tigers here moving on. And you said it, momentum's everything, JP, especially going into the postseason.
Yep, getting hot at the right time. And I will say, Matt, this was the hardest week it was to decide on a player of the game. There were so many players that made a case tonight for the Moon Tigers. You know, 74, 72, 71 rushing leaders for Moon. So it came down in the nitty-gritty, but Prezzoli, he played great on both sides of the ball, made a big impact on tonight's game.
Shout out to the offensive line for Moon. Right guard Austin Knox, left guard Xavier Moyer, center Dylan Mineski, right tackle Jacob Dianello, and left tackle Nicholas Haig. Those guys are the unsung heroes of the Moon Tigers and the reason why Moon isn't going to be playing basketball next week and getting ready for the basketball season.
No doubt about it. They come into every Friday night knowing they're going to run the ball 45 times, you know, showing up to practice sore on Saturday mornings, and they get back after it the following week. And that's the ground and pound formula for Moon, and it works.
It works, and they get it done. On the other side, South Fayette very likely still going to get in with their resume and their losses. But it's going to be a mental, as you've said a couple times about plays, South Fayette is going to need to snap and clear this game if they get into the postseason to try to spoil somebody else's opportunity in the playoffs. We talked about how convoluted and how congested this 5A field is. And South Fayette, if they could put things together, can be. We've seen it, what they can be. They're capable. They just need to know that. That comes from the mental side first.
Yeah, as bitter as it is to finish the season with 4 straight losses now for South Fayette, if they get into the postseason, it's the beginning of a new season. Everybody's 0-0. It's a clean slate, and they just got to approach it 1 week at a time. But you hate to finish off the regular season with 4 straight losses.
Yeah, Moon gets back on the winning side of things with this win here tonight, and they will turn the page into the postseason. Again, the pairings announced 1 o'clock tomorrow. KDK Radio will do the honors in unveiling the brackets. Scores around the Whippeal. How about Peters Township, Bethel Park? That game is a final. Peters wins. These are all final, by the way. Woody High beats Kiski 24-6. Lebo takes down Norwin 42-20. Newcastle beats Blackhawk 50-14. And West Allegheny, the upset of the night, goes to the West Allegheny Indians, beating Montour, their first loss of the season. We saw Montour in the first game of the regular season against Central Valley, and the Indians of West Allegheny find their way. And now, who knows what can happen in that 4A playoffs again, keeping in mind that they're shorter. There's only the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and then you're into the dance. So that will be interesting to see how all of that plays out. And then how about the Cornell Raiders? A statement win in single A, beating the Monessen Greyhounds, who had only lost to Bishop Canevin and Fort Cherry, 2 quality losses. And now the Cornell Raiders hand the Greyhounds a convincing L at Frank Lettieri Stadium tonight. But 1-5-108 holding it down. Everybody in the zip code getting victories. I don't know how Olsh did. That would be the trifecta.
The Matt Fargo homecoming effect.
They won by 1, by the way.
Okay, good to know. Go ahead, Matt.
Final thoughts, JP?
I just want to talk about Montour real quick. They're riding high all year long, but it's good that they got this surprise loss in the regular season. And, you know, it's humbling, and they hate to end the regular season this way and get a tie for the conference championship. Sure. But it's better than happening next week or the week after the playoffs when it really counts. Yep.
There's still another week. All right, thanks so much for watching this presentation of the Steelers High School Showcase on KDK+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislipchik, director Ryan Milan, and our entire JRM Emmy Award-winning production crew. For Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you next week somewhere in the WPIL universe for the first round of the WPIL playoffs. The KDK 10 o'clock news is next. Good night, everybody, from Moon Township.